When you are flying from one country to a different country, your plane might sometimes make a stop in another country different from your destination. For example, if you are flying from Accra, Ghana to Bridgetown, Barbados, your plane might make a stop somewhere to rest or to change into a different flight before you continue. That's what we call a transit. Now, the transit country or the country where your plane will choose to take a stop will depend on the airline that you are flying. For instance, if you are flying with Turkish Airlines, it will transit in Istanbul, because that is the home of Turkish Airlines. You make a stop there. It might also transit in JFK in New York, maybe because of relationship between Turkish Airlines and then JFK. And with Ethiopian Airlines, they'll most likely transit in Addis Ababa and another country. Transits are common when you are embarking on a long journey. The journey from Accra to Barbados, for example, is 21 hours. So it's difficult for the plane to fly non-stop for 21 hours. How do you handle transit visas? Once you have booked your flight, in fact, before you book your flight, you can go on Google and find out a list of apps or sites where you can book your flight. There's WakaNow. I don't really like WakaNow too much, but there's Skyscanner, there's Expedia.com, and the list goes on and on. You will see the different airlines and where they will transit. For example, British Airways flies to Barbados. If you check, British Airways will transit in London. Then you ask yourself, how easy is it for me to get a London transit visa? Because in London, you will need to get a visa before you can transit. If you think that London is going to be difficult for you to get a visa, then you choose an airline that's going to transit in a country where a transit visa is going to be accessible to you. Because in certain countries, if you are transiting there for a short period, you don't need a visa. If you are transiting in Dubai for up to 24 hours, you don't need a visa. Doha, you don't need a visa. If you are making a transit in even Belize or Barbados for up to 12 hours, you don't need a visa. But most European countries that you all want to go to, and American countries, because they know people can come during the transit and run away, they are very strict on the fact that you need a visa. So a transit visa is that visa you need for that short time that your flight is going to make a stopover in a different country. So always check with your airline first. Give them a call. Even without booking, you have every right to call the airline and say, yo, I'm traveling to this destination. I see we are going to be transiting here. Will I, as a Ghana passport holder, or I, as a Nigerian passport holder, do I need a visa? And the airline will advise you further. So you have to work on getting the transit visa as well. Thank you so much. I hope you've learned from this video. Keep watching Zakia Kunge. Knowledge is power.